I was rummaging through an old file folder last week looking for something, and I came across this envelope, and I opened it up, and it is a treasure from the vault. This is the original script from Mean Girls that was sent to me in 2003 to my childhood home. That's the address and the phone number on that envelope. This is the draft from September the 12th, 2003. And I mean, it's just, I was smiling like this when I opened this up because it brought back the very evening that I got this. A courier came to the front door, knocked on the door. We were all home. I think I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, my script is here, because I had gotten the part. And I got the script, ran up to my room, and I remember exactly what I did. I did this. And I went like this, and I went like this. And I read the whole script like this. That was, it's so vivid in my head that is exactly how I first experienced this. Now, a little backstory. I had been auditioning for so many things as a teenager, and most of the things were so stereotypical. They were like, they would often require an Indian accent, or like they wanted gestures sometimes, like these kind of gestures, and I did it, but I did it reluctantly. And they were always a really kind of typical, same type of role. Terrorists were a big thing at the time. And then this came along. This part came along, and I auditioned for it, and I didn't think I would get it because I couldn't for the life of me remember the rap that was part of the audition. But I got the part. And when this script arrived and I read it, it was the first time that I had read a script where I was actually laughing out loud. I had auditioned for comedic stuff before, but and sometimes the things were funny. I auditioned for Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and the part went to Cal Penn. So I found things funny, but never to the point of actually laughing out loud. And then when I got this script, I remember being on my bed and laughing out loud regularly, which made me so excited to be a part of this. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. The Kevin G rap that ended up, like the version that's in the movie that everyone knows now, is not the version that I auditioned with. Mean Girls, the script was actually written by Tina Fey. It had a lot of cursing in it and a lot of like crude humor. And it was revealed that the movie would be rated R. But there was a point during the process of filming the movie that I guess the producers realized they were missing out on a huge market, teenage market, if the movie remained rated R. So they needed to make it PG-13. And what happened was, as we were shooting, we kept getting revisions of the script, making it cleaner. There's in the movie industry, there's sort of standards, like how many F words you can have, or how many times you can say bitch in a movie before it's rated R. So a lot was revised, including my rap. So the original version of my rap, which I originally couldn't remember, but then eventually memorized, went like this. Yo, 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 yo. All you suck MCs ain't got nothing on me. From my grades to my lines, you can't touch Kevin G. I'm the Asian persuasion, so truly amazing. I drop the bomb lines on every occasion. It ain't no trick, I am this slick. All the ninth grade ladies trying to suck my what? Chill, Mr. Duvall, I didn't swear. After all, I'm a mathlete. So nerd is inferred, but forget what you heard. I'm like James Bond the Third, shaking, not stirred. I'm Kevin the Poor. The G is silent when I sneak in your door and make love to your woman on the bathroom floor. I don't play it like Shaggy. You'll know it was me, cause the next time you sex her, she'll be like, oh, Kevin G. That was the original rap. And parts that were cut out, like the Asian persuasion, so truly amazing, that was cut out. And then it ain't no trick, I am this slick, all the ninth grade ladies trying to suck my what? That was cut out. And then at the very end, the next time you sex her got changed to, so the next time you see her. I remember we shot the rap with the line, the next time you sex her. And then Mark, the director, he's like, you know what? Let's just do one more version where you say the next time you see her. And I remember thinking, this feels so weird. Like, I've memorized it a certain way. You're never going to use that. Sure, I'll just do it. Like, I mean, I didn't have a choice. I had to. So I just did it. And it's funny that that was, like, that's the version that ended up in the movie. Well, I didn't think, like, when we were shooting this film, there wasn't really hype around it. It wasn't, we didn't know it was going to become something really big. And 21 years later, it has been 21 years since the movie came out. It's now an iconic film that has been turned into other things, a musical, and then the musical has been turned into a movie. But I am really proud and I feel so honored to be a part of the original, the OG. I'm the OG KG. And holding this script and actually sifting through it, just here's the rap. Here's the rap as it was edited. Oh, here. Actually, this was before they... This is the version where it says, so the next time you sex her, she'd be like, oh, Kevin G. The other stuff had been taken out by this point. There were just parts of the script, like the funniest part to me in this script was one of the kind of the quietest comedic parts, and it was where these two Vietnamese girls are going back and forth in Vietnamese, and there's subtitles underneath them. So it says here, a clique of 4 beautiful Vietnamese girls argue heatedly in Vietnamese. Trang Pak, subtitle, why are you always cock-blocking me? Sun Jin Din, subtitle, you're just jealous because guys like me better. Trang Pak, subtitle, please. Like, I don't even think we're allowed to, that wouldn't even be allowed today. But it was just like, it was so edgy and so, I had never read anything like this. And I mean, Tina Fey at the time she was a writer on SNL, and she did Weekend Update on SNL. This was her first movie script. And then the rest is history. She became the reigning queen of comedy. But this just brings back so many memories, so many good memories, and they make it just makes me laugh. Like looking through these pages where these lines have become so iconic. I can't tell you how often I'm out in public and I'm sitting at a restaurant or waiting in an airport, and there are young people around, and I hear them, and in conversation, they're quoting this script, which is so amusing to me, that this movie, these words, this script has become a part of popular culture vernacular. The reason why I thought it was timely that I found the script and that I'm sharing the original Kevin G rap with you now is because October 3rd is Mean Girls Day. And it's because in this script, in this movie, there's a line where Katie, the main character, she's just trying to talk to the hot boy in front of her in math class, and she's finding any excuse to talk to him. And there was a moment where, on October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. And then it flashes to the scene in the movie where he turns around and goes, what day is it? She says, it's October 3rd. And because of that tiny little nothing line in this movie, I mean, that's a perfect example of how these little things have become huge things. October 3rd is Mean Girls Day. It's celebrated. at every October 3rd, I take pause to give thanks to the fate that was me being Kevin G in this wonderful movie, which still holds up. 21 years later, you can still watch it. It's still entertaining. It's still relevant. And it's one of the highlights of my career, I would say, even though it was so long ago. Mean Girls, the original script from the archive.